Are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah. How was your How was your weekend?
It was okay.
That's okay. Yeah, mine too. Did I do anything this weekend? I went to a coffee shop. There's a coffee shop right around where I live, and I was able to go there and catch up on some work and set goals for the new year and stuff like that. So that was pretty good. So, um, other than that, I didn't do much. Yeah. Did you do anything in particular?
Um, Not really, no. No, not really.
You know?
Just
Okay.
the usual.
How are you feeling? How have you been?
Um, I'm the same. Um, you know, I was planning this conversation most of the week again because I'm the same. I feel like I'm in some sort of like limbo living like this.
Hmm.
So my thoughts about you were like, how long does this person like plan on being my therapist and stuff? Because I know my previous therapist left me, and like, what would happen if I told you, like, you're saying you're not an FBI agent? If I told you I think you are, and
Hmm.
just left it at that, like, because I understand, I think that's grounds to institutionalize me, but I've said before things that were probably grounds to institutionalize me, at least temporarily. And you haven't done that, and I am grateful for that. But my afterthought is that what is her plan in this situation? Like, because you supposedly moved to Atlanta, you know, maybe you're like feeling like maybe leaving and not being my therapist anymore. So I just felt I needed to get that out again before that happens. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't plan on not being your therapist unless I leave the job, but I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. But I don't know if you remember, but prior to me moving to Atlanta, I had the option to say, you know what, I can let go of certain clients. And I did let go of a few clients. And I asked you if you wanted to either continue with me, because I figured, although it could be challenging sometimes, I
I
know
do
you.
want to continue with you just for the fact that I feel like, being that I've already said these things to you, that my situation, which is not getting resolved on its own, has more potential to be resolved with you in this position. But again, I don't control every factor, and I don't, like you said, if you had that option, I don't know what made you stay, you know, in the future, you know, what you're planning to do. So again, I just feel it's like something I need to put forward because um, although I'm okay, um, I still feel like, you know, my health is being hurt by this harassment, and I'm sure that forensics could prove it, but nobody's really investigating forensically, So, um, again, that's all I needed to say.
Yeah.
And also, you when I brought up Dima, I think it was last week or something, you were asking how he is or something, and I forgot to tell you because I think I mentioned it to you before. Like, you were asking me how does he feel about what I'm saying. He's in like denial, but he's also seeing a gastroenterologist. So that means that he had something that was bothering him with his digestive processes, and we are not DNA related at all, you know. We're like, you know, we're both Ukrainians, yeah, but there's like, millions of people in Russia and Ukraine, and they're not really DNA related. They're as related as you and I, you know. So, and again, I don't like we don't, if anybody wants to have like concern and reason to actually investigate forensically rather than, keep trying to send us to doctors and whatnot, we don't, we never eat expired food. Like, I'm a good cook. We like take care of ourselves hygienically and everything. Like, I wash my dishes. I don't know what these people are going to make of this situation now, if this ever gets to investigating, because I don't really care either at this point if it does or if it doesn't, because I'm a mom and my number one concern is to keep my child safe, you know?
Yeah, I understand that. I understand. And I'm glad that that's your main concern. That should be, your main concern, to make sure that you are safe and that your child is safe and he's okay. Um, I get that part. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't minimize the fact that you are in a situation that's stressful. I'm not trying to minimize it. I just think that when you say stuff like the FBI poisoned my food or whatever, most people, I mean, everybody's going to need some type of proof of that. Like, like you're going to need, well, I mean, it's not even for me, but even like the cops or whoever, they're going to need.
Exactly. With how powerful this agency is, the only people that would have concern for this, amongst other things, like I said, again, somebody might actually find concern for me in particular because I'm being so brave and putting this forward to you, the only people that are capable would be like internal affairs, maybe, and I know that is like a total shame on the entirety of their agency, so they wouldn't like just do that. But I heard that, in New York City, especially, with like poor moms and such, these people, when they're in this situation where their cover's been blown, often enough, at the snap of their fingers, they get hired. I've heard that somewhere, I'm sure. I'm not sure where, though, because honestly, like, people, it is a violation of civil rights. It is a violation of my privacy rights to basically just even have anyone investigating me, so, but again, how do you prove this to an agency, so, massively powerful,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I have to make a stand and be adamant on this, because for my for my health, we're not even talking about emotionally, this is concerning, because I know that they put things in my food, whether I could prove it by myself or not, because I don't have a lab and I have like zero bureaucratic power. But I am being honest, and people do try to like resolve what they feel isn't right in society, especially since we have established these laws that you can't violate somebody's privacy like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and it sucks that, I mean, I don't know. Like, I have never experienced anything like this. I have not known of anybody. It doesn't mean that it can't happen, right? Like, for me, it's just more, just like with anybody else, just like with anything else, just like whenever somebody's accused of doing something, in order for you to be prosecuted or whatever the case might be, you need to have some type of evidence, some type of proof, or whatever the case might be, or else this world is already chaotic, but it would be even more chaotic if people could just say something and then they'll just accept it. Everybody would be getting arrested. Everybody would be like, this world would be a lot more crazier than what it actually is, if people could just say, you know what, this is what's going on, this person did this to me, without any proof. right? Like it will just.
Yeah, but what if I am telling the truth and, you know, like whoever else works for the FBI is just, waiting on it to see if this situation gets resolved in some other way? Because again, of what I said, they don't want to acknowledge this. It would be shameful for the agency, um, and they do actually have concern. And if they found that they couldn't, like, maybe they would act on my behalf. They couldn't depend on, you know because I know I'm not lying, and I know a lot of I know a lot of the people that are doing me harm know I'm not lying as well, you know. And somebody has, like, the situation has the potential to be very flippin' tragic. I'm sorry, because right now it doesn't feel like, people hate me that much that they want to brush me under the rug, and I just don't know what else to say about this, because it does make me mad. It does make me mad. Like, if you were an FBI agent and you were ignoring this for so long, it would make me mad. It would make me mad, But again, like you said about the world being crazy, the world doesn't revolve around my feelings. But we are a civilized society, and we cannot have freaking FBI gangs running around harassing and hurting people and poisoning the food. It is a real thing, and it's in art and it's in media on occasion, because it is a real thing. So socially, we are starting to acknowledge this, that there are gangs that are federally employed, and it's getting out of hand, So I don't understand these people. Again, we're so diverse in culture. I would never partake in activities like this, no matter how much money they paid me, because I believe in American civil rights. I believe in people's privacy rights. I believe, in the laws for the most part. Maybe here and there, we're all a little like skeevy. People use drugs or whatnot, but on the overall, like, for me to single out a woman because she's broke, or try to make money off of someone because I know I can, I sure hope they get their big surprise, because this isn't, like, really funny anymore. And again, whoever's on, like, just standing by with this, with the capability to help, because again, I am innocent, my child for sure is innocent, they're not a good person either. That's all I could say, And again, I'm grateful for not being institutionalized, for sure. That's disgusting. So that's all I could be grateful for at this point.
Okay. I get it. I understand. And I get why you're frustrated. I feel like, because I try to put myself in your shoe. If I feel like the FBI or anybody was poisoning my food and there's nothing I can possibly do about it, and I don't really have any proof to show to make some type of change, I'll feel frustrated too. I'll feel stressed. I'll feel how you feel. So when you do speak to me, I do try to empathize with you, and I do try to put myself in that position, because I'll be frustrated too, and I'll be stressed, especially if I couldn't eat the foods that I enjoy or that I like, because I'm concerned about having diarrhea or my hair falling out or whatever the case might be. That's a big stressor.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It is a big stressor. And say I was in a situation like that, I could maybe, like, defer the situation without it escalating, being that I am an FBI agent, and as soon as I admit to criminality as a group, there goes my funding, I would do it. I would help this one poor person that's been singled out somehow. They've been overexposed, and maybe people don't like them. Maybe what's the news here? Why wouldn't they like me? That's another thing. I'm kind of sort of isolated, over here, because it is FBI agents here that are in my building, so, and they don't exactly like listen to like my style music or like watch my movies or anything like that. So, what's the deal? And yet, you know what? I would, if I found myself working this situation, first of all, I would have tried to quit as fast as I could, because I don't like harassing innocent people. When I know they're not a terrorist, they're not a child molester, whatever fucking list they got on with their stupid ass last name, I would have been out. I would have took one look and I would have been out. And I respect those people that did that. I do, because I had a neighbor and she quit on me, and I thought she was funny and I thought she was intelligent, because she stayed for like a week or two and she left us some toys and stuff. And I could say that out of all the people that have lived here, she was a decent neighbor. There was maybe one neighbor when I lived, I'll tell you later what toys. Maybe one neighbor when I lived in the homeless institution too, that she said some stuff that hit home, like about how petty people are, and then she left too. But some people, they're not like concerned about the realities that you're harassing an innocent person. They're just sitting there and collecting. And I'd like to let them all know that, you know what, I am not like a bad person. Why don't you help me? Before, maybe I have hope in like a higher authority. We have not hit rock bottom yet. We're still a functional society. There's still police. And police do prioritize. Whatever evidence they require, it's on them till, maybe they feel the need to actually go and gather it. I don't even know. Or, just plain stupid old why. Like, why would you do this? Like, why would you allow this? How did this happen? Why would you just keep sitting there and like, like harassing somebody, basically, because they can't easily prove, without going to the level, stooping to the level of there's like mayhem in the city, they're poisoning the food by the truckload, and they could actually just go on the payroll, check the payroll, and be like, oh, what's up, who's actively investigating Ilona Ramazanova, and talk to those people and see what's up with that. The FBI. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Because again, even if you don't go to that level, you're basically violating my civil rights. To even like have me like on file for what? I didn't do anything for so long,
Mm-hmm. What do you mean have you on file for so long?
Like, how did I end up in this database? Because of my last name, right?
What do you mean the data? Are you still referring to the
FBI?
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. For a moment, I thought you was referring to our clinic. How did you end up in our database?
No, I came to your clinic because somebody decided that, you know what, I'm going to practice surgery on this little boy. And I'm going to do it so poorly and get away with it. Because they think they know me. They think they know me. And they think people that end up this low on the financial totem pole, they think it's because they're dumb or they're arrogant or something else and whatnot. And it's not the truth. Some people end up there because some people are shameless and greedy. And they will persecute people and they will just suck like money, siphon money from the system for doing what? Because, I am on that list because of my last name. And also, it's sad, but individuals have a hard time. Individuals have a hard time staying afloat. People that like don't want to conform to this way or that way, because again, it's all like supposedly we want like diversity, but people just broke up into groups all over this goddamn city. Racial groups, religious groups.
Yeah. Question. So what is your last name? Like, I'm not familiar with.
It's like the month of Ramadan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you are familiar. I don't know why you're questioning me. Probably because we don't have anything else to talk about.
No, because you said that you are on this list because of your last name. So, is there something about your last name? Like, what's the?
I have a Muslim last name. I'm not a Muslim.
Oh, okay.
My father is like a Muslim. Was a Muslim.
Okay. All right. I am not familiar. I'm not well versed in that area.
Zany, right? Zany. Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, what does she want me to do? Sit here all week and worry that I'm going to get institutionalized? Whatever. I actually sit here and I get my reading material ready. And I'm like, what am I going to say to the police when they show up? Because I have, like, I don't want to lie about it. Right now, I don't. Maybe if you, like, physically pressure me enough, yes, people get like that. They start lying to themselves and going crazy. But I know that someone knows I'm telling the truth, And for what it's worth, I hope they do something about it. Right now it doesn't feel horrible to tell the truth like this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any I just want our session to end on a good note. So I want to ask you, what do you have any plans for Christmas? Yeah.
That too. I was thinking, and I don't want to like I have plans. Yeah, I have presents and we're going to watch movies and my kid's trying to learn some Christmas songs on the keyboard.
That's cute. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is that, like, how I feel like this mutuality with us too. How like you'd probably feel like, oh, if I needed to, I could press that button and she's woo. And they're trying to get her to eat pills and in a little white coat.
I honestly don't think that you're crazy. I don't think that you are crazy or anything else like that. I do not believe that.
But you have that authority, and I know that too. And also the same way you felt to take up this authority over me, you haven't used it yet. I feel that like you sitting there, you're kind of being nice to me and stuff, as in you're not like abusing this power. It's not the worst to get fired from the FBI, and I've been to institutionalized. I've been in the mental hospital and I've been to jail as well, and I did tell you that. And I'm gonna tell you, jail is the fucking worst. Like, and I was just incarcerated. I was not imprisoned. Incarcerated for a short period of time. Jail is the absolute most disgusting thing, and it actually does change your thinking. You think, wow, a lot of people, most people that are sitting in jail, actually, they're sitting there because they did something for money, because the other people are institutionalized in the mental institution. And they actually do correct their thinking, because you would be sitting there thinking, oh my God, that was not worth it. My humble ass could have fucking gotten welfare. My humble ass could have done anything, because that's how I feel, because I was there for money too, and I'm just sharing this out of, whatever semblance of kindness I can muster up. Not just to you, but to all these people that want to continually, like, harass me, So, and that's all. That's all I'm saying, And I don't, again, I'm not the boss, and maybe I'm too big for my britches, but that thought keeps me, like, keeps me from being super depressed, is that, you too, God bless you too. Because, again, you don't want it, you're talking about things being crazy. It's pretty crazy right now, actually, because to me it's crazy that people should even poison the food. You're saying I have to prove it. Okay.
I mean, it's not to me, but just to authority in general. I don't have any
See, I don't
authority.
know that. I don't know what's crazy to them, or maybe they're thinking, like in real terms about it, like what and how, like how do we, what does the situation create socially, and how do we deal with this, and where's our funding? I'm not them, but I think ill and gross, like ew and gross. And I know that's what, if it was ever proven, that's what like 90% of New Yorkers, Americans would think: ew and gross.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I hope that we need to. It's 12:30, but I hope that you enjoy your Christmas. Oh,
I was thinking that too. I'm sorry I pulled that one over
yeah.
on you. That people would
I
think you're
hope that
mean if you institutionalized me right before Christmas, and I got my kid all these
I
presents.
hope
So
that you
I was
enjoy your
thinking that too.
Christmas and New Year. So let me know because next Monday is Christmas. So we don't meet, and then the following Monday is New Year's. So you have 2 weeks off. You have
All
basically
right,
have 2 weeks
I'm
off.
glad,
Yeah.
because
So
I
you
really
get
don't
to.
even know. I'm sitting here. I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what you're thinking.
So, but you have 2 weeks off. If anything, if there was something that you needed to address during those 2 weeks or anything, just in case, you can call the clinic and I can, put you in my schedule in between that time. Okay. But if not,
Or
then
else I'll scream out into space. The people with ESP will hear me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, if I don't see you, enjoy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
All
I'll see
right.
you in two
Bye bye.
weeks. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.